Hello, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Today we will talk about one of the beautiful names of God. Actually, it's the second name after Allah, the most merciful. And with it, all the times we see the other name, which is the most passionate. They come together. And also in Quran, in every single surah in Quran, at the beginning you find in the name of the most merciful, the most passionate. So that's as well give us a sign about how this name is so important. Except in one surah, it comes without basmala, without this first verse. So, what does the name of God, the most merciful and the most passionate, mean? uh, and how that affects our lives. These the questions that we try to answer today. And before we start, let's imagine that we are in a friends gathering, and there is some people see each other for the first time. Usually, in human experience, human life, people aim to share their most incredible things about themselves uh, in the first time they meet someone, so they be proud of themselves and give to the other person who they are. God in the Quran, the first thing he did, he spoke to us by mentioning that he's the most merciful and the most passionate. That has a meaning. Tells that tells us a lot about who is God in Islam. It's the most merciful and the most passionate. But what he means here, we should first speak about mercy. Mercy is a feeling, an act, and whenever we talk about mercy, we talk about need. We talk about someone who is merciful, and the other side, we talk about someone who is in need. So when we say that, for example, a cat going through a very hard disease, and someone took care of her and have been very merciful with this cat, we say that this person is merciful and this cat received his mercy. So all the times, mercy has a relationship with the need, someone in need. So, however, especially when we talk about God, when He be merciful with us, He do that because it's one of His names, one of His features, and He does that because He loves to do that, and because He wanna uh, behave or act mercifully with us. And the other side, in human lives, there is a discussion about this. Does we do merciful acts because we want to be merciful people and push hard times and difficulty on other people, or we do that because there is another reason as well? Maybe both reasons correct. So whenever we speak about mercy and need, we are speaking as well about pain, because when someone see another creature goes through a very hard times, he feel painful, and to push that pain from us as humans, we tend to help others and be merciful with them. But in the case of God, it's not like that. God doesn't feel pain. Pain is one of the features of weakness, and we cannot imagine that God is weak. So for God, He help to help, but for humans, we help to help, but as well to push the pain far of us. And this is one of the most differences between us as merciful and God as the most merciful. When He help because it's one of His features, and because he wants to help. That's one of the most clear differences between us as humans and between God. The scholars spoke about three cases. The person who is able to be merciful, but he doesn't do that. So this person doesn't have any mercy in his heart. The person who can be merciful because he is able to do an act of mercy and does it. That this person is the merciful person. And there is the third case where someone able to do a merciful act and he does it without his intention. For example, let's imagine someone taking his car and driving his car, and he threw something, which is not a good thing to do, but he threw something like food, and the dog catch it and eat it. This is an act of mercy for this dog, who didn't find what to eat. However, for this person, it doesn't count because he didn't intend to do that. So all the times, an act of mercy should be based on intention of being merciful. This is one of the most important thing as well. And Imam al-Ghazali spoke about two kinds of mercy about God: the complete mercy and the general mercy. The complete mercy is when God give goodness to people who are in need and wants or show them his care. This is the complete mercy. He give them goodness and he showed them care, which means he take their case and solve their problems. That's the complete mercy, and it's for those who are close to him and who pray for him and ask him. The general mercy is for everyone, for those who deserve it and those who doesn't deserve it, who do not deserve it. For example, let's imagine someone who believe in God and pray for him and ask him in his hard times, and God accept his prayers and solve his problem or help him to solve it. This person has received the complete mercy. But someone who is not a believer and he's living a good life, let's imagine, and he doesn't have any problems, that's a mercy of God as well, because being saved is mercy of God as well, in this life and also in afterlife. So usually, I said before, mercy needs all the times need in front of it to be applied in the reality, but for God, no. Being able to live in an easy life, being able to breathe normally, being able to walk, being able to see, being able to think, being able to earn and to give, all of these acts, all of these gifts are mercy of God. So the mercy of God is most generous as well, for sure, and general as well. This is one of the most important things. And also there is a special mercy for the complete mercy. It's included in the complete mercy. People find it in the prayers when they pray for God. People find it when they read the Quran. People find it when they fast. This is a special one, like something they get because of being on the path of God. It doesn't mean those who are not on the path of God do not receive the mercy of God. Being able, as I said before, to live and have all of these possibilities is mercy of God. So that's about the two types of mercy. And here it's very important to talk a little bit about the differences between the name of God, the most merciful, and the most passionate. The most merciful, it's only for God. We cannot call someone the most merciful because God is able to do some things we cannot do. He's able to give us happiness in this life and afterlife. He's able to give us a lot of gifts that we are living in. He's able to give us guidance. People have guidance every day. God guide us in multiple ways and give us faith through His prophets. That's a mercy. Um, if you look at a lot of people who do not have this, you will feel how much is this thing is so huge. And the fourth thing is uh, the most beautiful thing, which is looking at God at the day of judgment, and after that, that's the most merciful thing has and will ever happen to human being, to look at Him. So these are all the differences between the most merciful, what most merciful can do, and why we can only name God by it, because we cannot do these things. We may be able to help people to feel a little bit happy, but we cannot maintain the happiness. So only God can be named by that. We are not the responsible of causing of giving all of these gifts. Only God is, and this is why He's the only one who named Himself by the most merciful, and we can. He's the only one who provide us and give us the opportunity to see Him as well, and give us the guidance. The other thing is about the most passionate. People can be most passionate, and we can. It's God as well is the most passionate as well, and His passions we can see it in His uh, doors, opening doors. He opens His doors all the times for those who do believe in Him and went far from Him, and also for those who do not believe in Him. He keep His doors open for all people, and that shows us that He's the most passionate. And the last question that we may need to answer here is, how can humans have this name in their lives? How can we be able to apply this name in our life? One of the most important things that Imam Ghazali spoke about when he talked about this name, he said, we can apply it in our life by being merciful with those who are not in the God path, by guiding them and sharing advice and the light of God with them, by being nice, and not by violence. The Imam Ghazali like all the time speaking about this issue. When you call people to God, or when you share with them your knowledge about God, you do that in a best way, in a nice way, according to what Quran says. And something else, you don't look at them in an estimate way. You never compare yourself. If you are in the path of God, to apply this name in our lives, you should look at these people as they are, and as yourself. You don't underestimate them, even they are far off the path of God. And this is very, very important in these modern days, because when you are the source of light and you come to people with a very nice attitude and without judging them, be sure that they will see the light and they will recognize it and they will take part of it. So this is why important in Islam to be merciful with this kind of people who are maybe who lost their way or their path. And how can we this is for the most merciful, but how can we apply the name of God, the most passionate? This is a very good question. We can apply that by being givers, by helping them in their hard times. Let's imagine someone goes through a very, very hard time. You step in and help him or her, overcome that, then we call you the most passionate, and you are taking part of the name of God and apply it in your life by being that. So this maybe can be by giving money, by stepping in and fix a problem for someone. Sometimes you can't, by just praying for them or showing them how much you are sad for them. That's helping others as well, and try to solve their problems in multiple ways. All of these acts shows you how, like, uh, shows your passionate attitude. And this is wonderful, because if you looked at this case, you would find that Islam show all the times emphasis about the idea of whatever you learn, you should apply it in life. You want to be merciful, the most merciful, the most we can't be the most merciful, but you want to be the most passionate, you apply it in life by being good with people. Don't compare yourself with them if they are in a very bad situation, and help by stepping in and solving their problems and make sure that they overcome their struggles. This is showing you that the faith in the heart should be applied in the society, and this is very, very beautiful. As one of the beautiful principles in Islam, the most closed path to God is by being good with others. This is a principle in Islam, and which create a healthy society that help each other to grow and develop. This is the explanation of the names, two names, the most merciful and the most passionate. I would love to hear your comments about it. How do you feel about these two names? And let's finish with some questions that may help you to enhance the existence of these two names in your life. First, how where do you see the mercy of God in your life? Where do you see it? In things, daily things. That's the first question. The second thing is, have you ever went through some very, very hard times in need and you have seen the mercy of God? The third question is, how can we as humans apply this name in our lives in very easy way and daily? How can we apply that with the most close people to us and with the society as well? So I hope it was beneficial for you to watch this video. If you have any questions about this name or about anything in Islam, feel free please to ask in the comment, and I hope you would have a very beautiful day. Take care, and Assalamu alaikum.